to the point that he stood during his first State of the Union address, looking down his nose at United States Supreme Court justices and had the audacity to chastise them publicly, to call them out publicly for this ruling in Citizens United. He did not name Kennedy outright, but as I recall, Kennedy wrote the decision for the majority in that case. He sided with the conservative justices in granting additional free speech rights to corporations and individuals. Well, for an administration that seeks to quash free speech, that sure stuck in his craw.
You know, Matt, the importance of this can't be overstated. Anybody who's got kids, let me put this into perspective with an analogy. Anybody who's got kids and has ever left their kids a note, it usually, when they're going to be at home alone, it usually contains three things: things that they can't do, things that they must do, things that they may do. The American people left such a note to the federal government when they drafted the Constitution. Things that you can't do, things that you can do, things that you must do. Now, if the children apply one of two patterns to deciphering your note, they're either going to go by the original text and say, here's what mom and dad said, that's what it is, or maybe they go with original intent. Maybe mom and dad didn't say things exactly the way they would have put it, not putting it in vernacular, but they say they know what their original intent was, and they're still going to go with that. Either way, they're going to stay with what mom and dad said. Now, if you want to go with this living, breathing document thing, then you've got a different outcome. All of a sudden, the kids begin to change exactly what that note says. If you want to go with looking to international text as a way to decipher, then you've got them going next door to the neighbor's house and saying, hey, what do you let your kids do? Those outcomes are completely unacceptable to us. We know that if you do that, if you tell your kids, I left you a note, but hey, you make up what you think it ought to say, you're going to come home to an entirely different house. That's what we see happening. We have a nation that's got a governing document, and if we're not real careful with who we elect that appoints the folks that won't follow a strict constructionist or original intent point of view, then you're going to come home to a different country than you left.
Well, our founding fathers were clear. Although we do have three co-equal branches of government, they had said over and again in their writings, particularly in the Federalist Papers, that the judiciary was to be viewed as the weakest branch of government. We have adopted this idea, unfortunately, this misconception that the United States Supreme Court has the final say on everything. Well, Sean, that's a judiciocracy. That's not a democratic republic. And unfortunately, in many respects, we live today under a judiciocracy. That's all the more reason why a president's appointment power to the Supreme Court is such a crucial role and a powerful role that they have. The current makeup of the court is one that it's kind of, you flip a coin to see how they're going to come down on these controversial issues, both from a fiscal standpoint, from a social standpoint, and otherwise. Well, President Obama is clearly trying to stack the court. It's nothing new. I certainly hope that our next president will be a conservative and that he will stack the court with, well, not necessarily ideological conservatives, but with those individuals who are going to respect the Constitution and view it from an originalist standpoint, which again is in keeping with the framers. Sean, our nation is the greatest nation on earth, founded with the greatest single governing document in the history of the world. It allows certain restrictions on the federal government, grants certain powers to the states, and is very clear about our enumerated rights. And additionally, it is the follow-up to the Declaration of Independence, which says that our rights come to us from our sovereign creator and that government does not have the right to remove certain unalienable rights. Well, government is trying to do that, and to appoint radical leftists to the Supreme Court would take that agenda a long way. Well, at Liberty Counsel, we intend to fight against that. Go to lc.org to learn how you can help.
You have been listening to Matt Staver of Liberty Counsel. Our hope is to encourage and inspire you to stand up for your faith, family, and freedoms. We can accomplish a lot when we work together. Get informed and get involved today. Sign up for our free monthly newsletter, The Liberator. We will send it out to you free of charge. Stay informed with our Liberty Alert email update. Just click on the website at www.lc.org or call us at 1-800-671-1776. Tune in next time to learn more about your rights right here on Faith and Freedom.